Hi guys, it's me Annie and I'm back with another video. Welcome to Annie's Creations. Today I'm in my kitchen and I'm in the mood to make some comfort food. Now sometimes you just want some comfort food that's easy to put together and doesn't cost a fortune. So this recipe is budget friendly and it's so easy to put together, and it all comes together in one casserole dish. So there's less dishes to clean afterwards. Today I'm going to cook some chicken and rice casserole. Let's get cooking. So we're going to start off with 2 cups of jasmine rice. I'm going to measure it out and put it into my strainer and rinse it well. Jasmine rice is the best rice to use for this recipe. You can use normal white long grain rice as well, but jasmine rice seems to work very well. Now you're going to take the 2 cups of rice and rinse it thoroughly. You rinse your rice until the water runs clear. Now I'm just dicing up a medium-sized onion. It doesn't have to be too fine, chunky is good enough. But you don't want big pieces of onion in your casserole. So cut it fine enough. One medium diced onion. Take a 9x13 casserole dish and you just want to lightly grease it. This just helps with cleanup. So I just make sure that the sides and the bottom is well and greased so that nothing burns to my casserole dish. I have altogether 6 tablespoons of butter. I will melt this in the microwave. But in the beginning, I'm only going to use half the butter. So let's just melt it in the microwave. We are going to start to assemble our chicken and rice casserole. First, I'm going to pour the 2 cups of rice into the casserole dish. Remember, this rice is rinsed and it's ready to use. Then I'm going to add the medium chopped onion right into the casserole dish. Now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of the melted butter to this mixture. And 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour. Now I'm just going to mix the rice, flour, onions and butter together until I don't see any more flour or any dry pieces of flour. I don't want any clumps of flour left. Now the rice is mixed in well with the flour and I spread it all over the casserole dish. Now that your rice mixture is all spread out at the bottom of your casserole dish, you are going to add 4 cups of chicken broth. This is my homemade chicken broth, but you can use chicken cubes to make broth or buy the ready-made broth, any kind of chicken broth you like. And you're going to add 4 cups. Then you are going to add a cup of fresh cream. You want this to be creamy. So we're going to add some fresh cream to this mixture. One cup of cream. Now I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. And some pepper. Now we'll just mix this into the rice and make sure the chicken broth is all the way through to the bottom. You want the rice to cook evenly. And make sure all the rice is submerged into the liquid, because we are using uncooked rice for this casserole and you do not want the rice to become crunchy in the oven. Nobody likes crunchy rice. So make sure it's well and mixed and combined and all the rice is submerged. I have got a few chicken thighs here that I defrosted. I'm going to add this to the rice. You can use 4 to 6 chicken thighs. I've only got 5 because we are a small family and that's all we need for tonight's dinner. So I'm going to season these chicken thighs on both sides, but before I season them, I'm going to spread them full of butter because we still got some melted butter left. I'm spreading butter over the chicken before I season it, so all the seasoning will stick to the butter. We are going to season it with salt and pepper to taste. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of garlic seasoning, garlic powder. So I'm seasoning to taste, so you can use as little or as much garlic powder as you like. I'm going to go in with a little bit of ground paprika. Just to give it that smoky taste. And now I'm also going in with some Italian herb. I find it easier just to sprinkle it with my fingertips, else it comes out in a big blob. Now I'm going to turn the chicken thighs over and just repeat the step that I just did. So I will spread butter over the chicken thighs, then season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, and Italian herbs. Now that our chicken thighs are nicely seasoned and buttered, I'm going to place them on top of the rice. Just add all those pieces of butter and seasoning that fell on the plate so that you get all of that flavor into your casserole. I just add a little bit more butter on top to help the chicken get some color while it's baking. Now I'm going to cover my casserole dish with some foil, and I will bake it in the oven. Bake it in a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to bake it for 1 hour. After that hour, I will remove the foil and continue baking it for another 30 minutes before I'm ready to serve. So let's get this to the oven. 1 hour has passed and it is time to take the foil off the casserole dish. You will see the casserole is still a little bit watery, but I will continue to bake for another 30 minutes with the foil removed. The casserole is out of the oven. It smells delicious and we can't wait to dig in and have dinner. I will leave the recipe in the description box down below if you want to try to make this for yourself. It's a very easy chicken and rice casserole and everybody loves it, even the picky eaters. Unfortunately, while I was showing off the meal and explaining how delicious it was, my audio stopped working. So it's without sound, but I will enter the clip and you can see just how delicious this meal turned out. This chicken and rice casserole was so easy to put together and it took minimal effort. So that's definitely a recipe to try. My entire family gave me a 2 thumbs up, so I'm happy and I enjoyed this very delicious comfort meal. This is all I've got for you today and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.